for you. I just wanted to make sure that...
No, go home. Just go home.
I just want to...
Go home. I don't want to see you.
Don't say that. You know that makes me crazy.
I said go home. Now.
My home is wherever you are.
Look, just let me tell you something. I need you to... Okay, all right, just, all right.
If I can't have you, no one will.
One thing about the south side of Savannah, it is full with domestic violence calls because a Savannah woman points a loaded gun at her ex-girlfriend during a car chase and says, "If I can't have you, no one else can." Now, sounds like it comes straight out of a movie script, right? So this actually is brought to you by the Georgia Gazette. They actually did the article. That's my source. So on January the 1st this year, 2023, New Year's Day, now Savannah police arrested a woman near Oglethorpe Mall after she chased her ex-girlfriend in a vehicle and attempted to ram her car while pointing a handgun at her while threatening the woman. According to the report, the victim woke to the suspect standing over her that morning, and she began interrogating her about a phone charger in the victim's Hickory Grove apartment. Now, Hickory Grove, I believe that's off of Apache Avenue. Now, after being told to leave, she returned and forced her way into the apartment. Wow. Now, the victim escaped the apartment and sped away in her car, with the suspect following her in another vehicle and waving a handgun. The victim called 911, explaining that she was being followed and was speeding to get away from the woman with the gun. She remained on the line while being chased by her ex. Now, Tiana Wilson was stopped by police and arrested near the Zoo Health Club while still pursuing her ex-girlfriend, who was on the phone with 911 dispatchers who were directing her to the Southside Police Precinct nearby. Now, Wilson's ex-girlfriend told police that they had been in a relationship for a couple of years and broke up in late summer or early fall. So let's just say mid or the end of August, right? So she said Wilson was the jealous type. Wilson was reportedly invited to the woman's apartment on New Year's Eve. That's where you fucked up at, but I'll get to that in a minute. But became upset about an Apple phone charger that she believed belonged to someone her ex-girlfriend might be sleeping with. This caused an argument which led to the victim telling Wilson to leave. The victim fled when Wilson returned and forced her way into the apartment. Wilson followed the victim in her car around Middle Ground Road and towards the Oglethorpe Mall. The victim says Wilson drove alongside her Honda Civic on Abercorn Street in front of St. Joseph's Hospital, pointing a gun at her and said, "If I can't have you, no one can." Wow. An officer patrolling the area near the mall intercepted Wilson's black Toyota Camry and detained the suspect. Wilson was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and possession of a firearm while committing a crime. She is booked into the Chatham County Detention Center. Her bond was denied. She'll be back in court February the 16th. And of course, with most of their articles, they have a narrative. I'm not going to really read that because it kind of says the same thing. Well, basically what her ex was saying was that charger was her cousin's, but she really didn't believe the explanation. But this is where the ex fucked up at. Once she's your ex, leave it at that, man. You don't have to have her coming over, spending the night. It sounded like that's what it was. Like she spent the night New Year's Eve, and then y'all woke up New Year's Day. Like, yeah. Like, he was trying to get some booty. Let's just keep it real. People ain't spending the night at my house and ain't nothing happening. I'll tell you that much. But that's fuck up number one. Fuck up number two is, like she said, she claimed that it was her cousin's charger, which in my mind, Miss Wilson probably thought that charger didn't match her phone, because if the victim had a different phone, let's just say the victim had a Android and the charger that she found was an Apple charger, of course, that's gonna raise some type of suspicion. Somebody gonna be like, hey, You know, why you got an Apple charger? You know, you don't got any Apple products. Now, I don't know what kind of phone the victim got. I'm just speculating and guessing. But that's another mess up. And plus, who leaves behind an Apple charger? You know how expensive those things are? I don't have an iPhone, but still, I know how expensive those things is. They don't even come with the damn phone. And let alone you leaving that behind somebody's apartment, whether if it's a cousin, your girlfriend, or somebody you seeing or not. You know, you don't want to leave that behind. That's why I tell people, anytime a woman come over, hey, you got everything you left over, right? You know, your earrings, your purse, you know, make sure you got all that stuff, because I ain't trying to make no other trips, and I don't want you coming back over here. But, you know, it's this lady really lost her damn mind, you know. The start of the new year, threatening somebody, and it don't really sound like she probably was trying to kill her. It just seemed like it was just like a scare tactic, because if she wanted to kill her, she would have did that in an apartment. I don't know if she had the gun on her while she was at the apartment, but she could have, you know, boomed her down if that was the case. But it seemed like she didn't really want to be a shooter. She just really was trying to be intimidating towards the victim. And, you know, all jokes aside, you know, this is how a lot of people get messed up. You know, even if it wasn't a gun in a situation, you know, she probably could have got beaten to death, you know, all because of somebody else's feelings. You know, you don't know how somebody else is going to react to, you know, I guess a form of disrespect in their mind. So, you know, you just got to always play it, you know, careful with people, you know, never show too much to people, and especially having your ex-girlfriend show up to your current residence. Nah, man. You know, if y'all want to meet up, go meet up at the park. There's plenty of parks on that side of town. I used to live over there. You know, there's plenty of places that y'all can just meet up and be in a mutual space where she's not in your personal space. But in my opinion, it sounded like y'all was still kind of hooking up. That's just my opinion. Tell me what y'all think, man. You think that this lady is wrong, or was she justified in pulling out the strap and chasing her down throughout the South Side? I mean, if I could guesstimate, I would say like 65 to 70% of the calls that the South Side precinct gets is like domestic violence calls, to be honest with you. But I'll leave it at that, man. Take care of yourself. Stay blessed.